Hey, neighborhood picks. We're in week 11 already. Weekly Pickem show. Like and subscribe, guys. Leave your three best bets in the comments below and keep this interactive thing going. And we're keeping track. And whoever's got the best, most wins at the end of the season is getting the $100 from the channel. Where do I start? I think I'm going to start from most interesting games, in my opinion, to at least go through all the picks and talk a little bit about each game. First, I want to get into my game of the week, the Dallas-Kansas City game. Since 2019, Dallas leads the NFL in 500-yard games by their offense. They've had 9 500-yard games since 2019. Second, since that time period, is Kansas City with 5. We got 2 explosive offenses. There's a million ways you can go with this game. I have a feeling that the last 2 weeks, I saw Mahomes take the degree of difficulty out of shit. I feel like Mahomes was getting so good that he was like, with the no-look passes and all that stuff. I just feel like he was away from his fundamentals. And I saw him take the throws that were there, make the right reads, and cut out mistakes. That's what I'm trying to say. If they can cut out their mistakes, I think they can beat Dallas. Dallas, this is a huge barometer game for them. If Dallas comes and whoops KC at KC, it's a big win for the team. But KC also has to put a couple together if they're going to do anything. If they go right back and lose this week, it's a bad game for them. So I'm looking for Patrick Mahomes in Kansas City to win and actually cover the 2.5. So I got Kansas City minus the 2.5 over Dallas in the game of the week. I'm a Giant fan too, so you got to take that into consideration. But give me KC minus the 2.5 over Dallas. Now, number 2, as far as interesting, you got Green Bay -1 at Minnesota. This is a tough one for me because everybody loves the Packers, because whenever the Vikings get you a little excited, they lose. They're the epitome of a 9-8 team. They're the team that gets you excited and then loses at the end of the year. They're the team that beats good teams and loses to bad ones. They play to their competition. With that being said, Kirk Cousins leads the NFL in touchdowns to interception rate. Kirk Cousins has 18 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. So, and listen, Aaron Jones is, to me, irreplaceable. I know Dylan had a nice game last week, but I'm not sure if you could just plug in Dylan and say they're the same Packers. So I don't know if the team's going to be the same. So I'm going to take a chance with Minnesota +1 at home to beat Green Bay in a upset, so to speak. Well, it is an upset because they're a home dog. I don't think they're going to be as sharp, Green Bay, without Aaron Jones. A lot of times when they do cover Devontae Adams and they bracket him, Aaron Jones is a dual threat running back. Catch, run. That's why those are sucker bets when you have Aaron Jones to rush for over 100, because he always has like 80 and 70. He's a real all-purpose back, kind of like Kamara. So give me Minnesota +1. Rolling into the next game, I just said Kamara, right? Philadelphia, New Orleans. New Orleans is at Philly. This is a funny stat about Philly. Philadelphia has not won a home game all season. All their wins are on the road. Yet, they're in a playoff hunt if they could win. Now, New Orleans is really, really banged up. New Orleans is banged up bad. Kamara's out. Ingram's going to get a heavy workload. But Philly's 4-6. They haven't won at home. They're laying 2.5. This is going to be the week that Philadelphia wins. If they do, they'll improve to 5-6, and they'll be very much alive in the playoff hunt. If Philadelphia and Jalen Hurts are going to make a playoff push, they got to win at home against a team that doesn't have their real quarterback. They don't have their tailback. Michael Thomas has been gone all year. I know they got a good D, but if you can't beat New Orleans at home this weekend, you're not going anywhere. So give me Philadelphia minus the 2.5. So those are my 4. Let me see, Dallas, the Green Bay one, and Philly. Okay, those are my 3 best ones. Now I'm going to go down the line. Washington, Carolina. Big story. Big story. Cam Newton came in, threw a touchdown, ran a touchdown. But what everybody's not realizing, I think he only played like 8 plays or something. I know it was good fortune for him, but you still got to play football. And the Redskins, the Washington football team, just came off a really strong win against the Bucks, against the defending Super Bowl champions. So give me Washington plus the 3 at Carolina, because this is not Disneyland and shit. I think everybody's going to get hyped up in the Newton emotion that he's back and this and that. But Washington, I think they're the better team right now, even though the records aren't conducive to that, because they're 3-6. Carolina's 5-5. But I can see them making more plays and getting to Newton a little bit. It's going to be a good game, but I take Washington plus the 3. I don't think Cam's going to be ready yet, and I think Washington will, and it's November, okay? He hasn't been playing, so he's got catching up to do. So that's where I'm going with that one. Then you got Baltimore -6 on the road at Chicago. The only thing this means is we know the Bears aren't going anywhere, but they're home. They're young. They're getting better. Fields is the quarterback. I like that young running back, Herbert. I think Herbert's really good, and I like the young receiver, Mooney. Baltimore's -6 on the road. Baltimore's playing for seeding. They want one of those buys. So I would probably take Baltimore -6 on the road to whip up Chicago. Lamar, potential MVP. Lamar Jackson is my guy right now on the low end of the odds for MVP. You got the usual suspects, Josh Allen. You got Rodgers. You got Brady. Lamar's still like plus 1,000. And he's got 600 rushing yards. He's throwing the ball well. Baltimore's up at the top of the league. So Lamar Jackson is my dark horse to win the MVP. So every time, I don't want to say it too much, because last time I bet Henry, I jinxed him, and he's out. So just keep your eye on Lamar Jackson and check the odds for him at the MVP. Miami is 3.5 points favorite at the Jets. Next, give me Miami and to beat the Jets and Joe Flacco. Who cares? So we got Washington down pat, Baltimore, Miami, Green Bay, Kansas City. Okay, where are we going here? Okay, San Francisco, -7 on the road at Jacksonville. San Francisco's a team trying to get into the playoffs, 4-5, right in the mix. There's a lot of teams that are still trying to get there. Nobody's out of it mathematically. We've got a 17-game season. San Francisco beat the crap out of a few teams where it counts on the line of scrimmage. I don't see Jacksonville getting much better. They are at home, though. They did beat Buffalo. And what do we know these last couple weeks? Nothing is predictable. I mean, Jacksonville beat Buffalo. I mean, it's been a cold 2 weeks for me. So I'm going to say lay the 7 on the road with San Fran, but it's been a year of dogs, so this could be my worst week of picking ever. I don't know. We'll see. So what else do we have? Here's another good one. Indianapolis at Buffalo. This is an interesting game because Indianapolis, I've written them off for dead a million times. They're 5-5, though. They have a shot. Buffalo's 6-3. Now, the Patriots are the team that I'm looking with the momentum, but you got to remember, they still got to get by Buffalo. And the Colts got to catch the Titans. So this is a huge game for both teams. Buffalo 6-3, Indy 5-5. I believe Buffalo will win the game. Will they cover the 7? These teams in the AFC rivalry games, they haven't usually been covering. Tentatively, give me Indy plus the 7, but I like Buffalo to win. So I think it'll be a closer game than people think. I think it'll be closer than the Vegas has the spread. So I'll take Indy plus the 7 because of Jonathan Taylor, because of Pittman, fantasy sleeper of the year, Pittman. Shout out to P. Riz. He's like Kirk Pittman. They'll keep the game close. I just don't like Wentz that much, but Jonathan Taylor's the truth. Buffalo, Josh Allen, we know who they have. But their running game's a little suspect. Moss and Singletary really ain't getting it done the way a guy like Taylor is. So give me Indy plus the 7. Then we got Cincinnati -1.5 at the Vegas Raiders. This is a funny game because it's like, Cincinnati, who are you? Are you the team that beat the top teams in your conference, or are you the team that lost to the Jets? So, also with the Raiders, you had a lot of success, and then you faltered and stunk and got your ass kicked by the Chiefs. You got blown out. So this is a who are you game. Cincinnati's 5-4. The Raiders are 5-4. The winner will put themselves in a good chance to make the playoffs, and the loser is going to have a tough time getting back. This might be the most meaningful game of the week, or up there for it. Man, who do you like better? Joe Burrow, Chase, Mixon, the lines, the defense, or do you like Carr, Waller, those guys, Renfro? It's tough. The game's in Vegas. Man, that's a tough one to call. Give me the Raiders +1.5 just because they're the home dog. They're thinking Cincinnati's going to win, but they are the younger team. I don't know. That one's tough. Just give me the Raiders just because we got to pick the game. And then, okay, we got through all these ones up top. It said, okay, Detroit is +12 at Cleveland. What do we know? Baker, he's got this limb, this limb, this limb, his elbow, his shoulder, his leg. We already talked about him taking damaging hits. Shut that fucking kid down. Seriously. Detroit's been covering anyway. So give me the 12 plus Detroit. I'm not even going to think about it, and I'm not going to break down a shit game like that. But fantasy implications, I'm glad Nick Chubb is back. They're going to probably rely heavy on him, but they don't have blowout capability to me, and Detroit is going to fight for that win. So give me Detroit plus the 12. What else do we have? Later on, we got Arizona -1.5 at Seattle. That game, Hopkins is out. We already know that. We know Wilson is back. Here's the thing. If Kyler Murray plays, I'd probably lean towards Arizona. But that's a game-time decision. So if he's that hurt, give me Seattle plus the 1.5 at home with the 12th man, the fans, everybody. So that's who I like there. Keeping it simple. I'm keeping it simple today because we got to do the fight later, and we're doing a lot of stuff. Pittsburgh and the Chargers, that's the night game. Ben Roethlisberger's not playing. The Chargers are another team that are trying to make the playoffs, also 5-4, just like the Raiders, just like the Bengals. I love me some Herbert. Look for them to wax Pittsburgh's ass. They are going to beat the shit out of Pittsburgh. That's the get-back game. If I don't win a lot of money on all day, I'm going to hammer the Chargers minus the 6.5 to beat the shit out of Pittsburgh. And then going into Monday, you got the Giants +11 against Tampa Bay. I'm a Giant fan, and we need it. So I'm going to go with the Giants plus the 11. But that's just keeping it simple. Who are my best 3 picks of the day? My best 3 picks, I'm going to go, the ones that are on record and going in the comments, are Kansas City, -2.5. That's number 1. Philly at home. If they can't beat New Orleans this weekend all banged up, they'll never beat anybody. Give me Philly at home -2.5. So we got Mahomes back on track. Kansas City winning at home, beating Dallas in a statement win. Philly also a statement win. So we got 2 substance games. And then for my 3rd official pick, this one's tough. This one is really tough. My 3rd official pick out of all these games, you know what, guys? Give me the Washington Redskins to actually play football. I know Carolina's going to be all pumped up. Give me the Redskins on the road plus the 3 to upset the Panthers. And everything that should happen isn't, because this is the NFL and we get surprised all the time. Everybody's thinking Cam's going to win, so I'm going to go the other way. So I got the Chiefs, Philly, and Washington. Those are my 3 best picks of the day. KC -2.5, Philly -2.5, Washington +3. Leave your best 3 picks in the comments. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later for the fights.